The most wonderful time of the week. It's time to unveil our WCTV Super Six. Couple movers and shakers this week, Dom.
Yeah, absolutely right. Georgia, Florida, the football's been really good. We got a good response to week one of the Super Six. Excited to show the people what's different.
Yeah, some folks losing and some people moving up just for winning. But let's start in the state of Georgia, and let's start with number 6, a team that dropped down this week. That's the Bainbridge Bearcats, sitting there at 1-2. But Dom, it's hard to deny them because we know they're good. They've just played a brutal schedule.
A brutal schedule. We said it, right? A great matchup every single week. They had a close loss to a defending state champion week 1. Bounced back with a top 10 win over Coffee, and then ran to the buzzsaw that is Thomas County Central. Game was a little more lopsided than I was expecting. I think that says more about the Yellow Jackets than it does the Bearcats. Going to be interesting to see their matchup as they have a matchup with Thomasville.
Yeah, here we go. Number 5, the Brooks County Trojans, upset by Cook last week, but still, we know Brooks County, we know Coach Freeman, we know this is a really good squad that took care of business throughout the first 2 weeks. Sometimes you just run into a higher classification team. We actually debated a little bit if the Cook Hornets should make our list. We gave Bainbridge a slight edge over both them and Clinch County. They were kind of our first 2 out this week.
Yes, absolutely. And Brooks, listen, I'm still bullish on the Trojans. I think they're going to be right there to defend their state title. We like the Trojans.
There you see it. Number 4, the Lowndes Vikings took care of business. I believe it was 41-0 over North Miami Beach this weekend.
It was a lopsided victory.
Took care of business. The offense there. Lowndes, a little bit of a benefactor of the slide of both Brooks and Bainbridge, but still, Vikings, good squad. Maybe need to see a little bit more out of them, but listen, they're 4 on the list.
Right, they bounced back with that week 1 loss with back-to-back outstanding wins. Number 3, Valdosta. Listen to this, Ryan. They've outscored their opponents 116-15 through 3 weeks of football. The improvement from last year to this year has been marked. I mean, really good stuff I'm seeing out of Valdosta.
Yeah, Coach Felton has some good stuff over there. Number 2 in the area, no change. The Thomas County Central Yellow Jackets, which means that number 1 has to be still the Colquitt County Packers. Both these squads taking care of business, still doing it. You give the slight edge to Colquitt, higher classification, higher preseason expectations, but you can't go wrong with either of these 2 right now.
Yeah, both of these teams outscoring opponents just a ridiculous amount. I don't have the exact numbers in front of me, but Thomas County Central, surprised. They've getting some state recognition too, getting inside the top 10 there in 6A, but Colquitt County, what else are you going to say? They've just been dominating their opponents and get some national recognition too.
And of course, headed down the state line is Thomas County Central to play Childs on football.
And then Colquitt County playing Lee County, which is going to be a high-level matchup. If they buzz through them like they've done the rest of their schedule, it's going to be hard to dethrone the Packers from number 1.
All right, there was some debate atop our list in Florida last week, so let's go ahead and move to the Sunshine State. However, there is no change at number 6. It is still the JP2 Panthers. St. John Paul II just edging out North Florida Christian this week. The Eagles just kind of on the outside looking in right now, just waiting on somebody to pounce at the bottom of this list.
Yeah, listen, they followed up their upset over Rickards with a big win. Blank in Jefferson County 27-0. We like Tremaine Hughes Jr. and the crew. Munroe, I don't know what it is about this team, but I really, really like the Bobcats. They're at number 5 on our Super 6 list. Borden, Vickers leading the way, but we know this week is going to separate the boys from the men as they have a matchup with our number 4 team, Ryan Kelly.
That's the Wakulla War Eagles, still undefeated, still looking sharp, and of course, we still like that Childs team that's 0-2 that they beat, who's just had a really tough schedule to go about it. The War Eagles and the Bobcats at J.D. Jones Field, that's going to be a fantastic, fantastic game. Number 3, no surprise, the boys from Boot Hill still on the list. The Madison County Cowboys. The switch over to Price Harris kind of feels like it's been seamless.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, rinse, repeat, right? Wash, rinse, repeat is what I'm trying to say. Madison County shows up, they win. Big matchup in Georgia with Fitzgerald this week. That's going to be interesting how the Cowboys fare.
Now, before we reveal number 2, we debated last week.
Yes.
Florida higher Lincoln. Florida higher Lincoln. This week, there's a change. Take a look at number 2. It is the Florida High Seminoles. It's nothing that the Seminoles did wrong.
Yes.
It's nothing that Coach Hickman's squad did wrong. It's what Lincoln's been doing so right. They've outscored opponents 149-6 through the first 2 weeks of the season. How can you deny LHS the number 1 spot?
I mean, 170-point performance is impressive. Following it up with a 78-point performance is downright
shutout performance.
Ridiculous. I mean, I don't know how you do that. I mean, the Lincoln Trojans have burst onto the scene. They made it impossible, like you said, for us to go anywhere but there. for number 1. But hey, the Knowles, we still like the Knowles. Nothing they did wrong.
Yeah, of course, and they're working against Taylor County, who's undefeated right now this Friday. We'll see if Taylor can't make a little bit of noise, give the guys from Southwood a little bit of trouble. We've got some really good teams on both sides of the state line. Just because you're not on the Super Six don't mean we don't think you're good. This is a really, really talented year. And
Hey,
I've got to
change
tell
our
you,
minds.
putting together this rankings has been really, really difficult. This is our first kind of venture doing this.
Yeah.
So
it's
doing
fun
this,
going the back and forth, you know. We submit our ballots, we talk about it. It's good stuff.
Yeah, it's certainly been lots of fun conversation, and it's made for great football Friday nights. Make sure you're voting in our Game of the Week and Play of the Week polls. They're closing soon, so make sure you are all over that. But for now, that's your Super Six. How about that?
That's good stuff.